What if the real product at Domino's was never just pizza? What if the real product was speed, precision, and trust? A promise that dinner would arrive hot, fast, and predictable. A system that turns hunger into a digital order, the order into kitchen work, and kitchen work into a route. Domino's became one of the world's most powerful food delivery brands by treating pizza as an operations challenge. Not only a restaurant story, not only a marketing story, a supply chain story hiding inside a pizza box. Domino's story begins with a simple promise: make pizza fast, and get it to the customer faster. In the early fast food world, the customer usually came to the restaurant. Domino's flipped that model. The store became a small production hub built around delivery. The customer stayed home. The pizza moved. It sounds simple, but operationally, it changes the entire business model. A dine-in restaurant manages tables. Domino's had to manage ovens, drivers, delivery zones, peak demand, and the ticking clock. Every late pizza was more than a cold dinner. It was a broken promise. To deliver at scale, Domino's first had to standardize the product. The pizza had to be simple enough for speed, but flexible enough for customer choice. The layout mattered. Every step had to reduce wasted movement. The oven mattered, because baking time controlled the rhythm of the whole store. The box mattered because packaging had to protect heat, shape, and speed. The delivery zone mattered, because distance could destroy the promise. Domino's was building something closer to a micro-fulfillment network than a normal restaurant chain. Each store acted like a tiny factory, placed close to where demand would appear. The genius was not one huge kitchen. It was thousands of small kitchens positioned near customers. But Domino's could not build this network with company-owned stores alone. The franchise model became the expansion engine. Franchisees brought local investment. Domino's brought the brand, operating system, supply chain, and playbook. Together, they created a powerful growth flywheel. More stores meant tighter delivery areas. Tighter areas meant shorter routes and faster deliveries. Faster delivery built customer trust. And trust created repeat orders. This is why Domino's scale is not only about size, it is about density, proximity, and coverage. Then came the internet, and Domino's made one of its most important decisions. It would not treat digital ordering as a side project, it would turn digital into the new front door of the business. Domino's launched online and mobile ordering in 2007, years before food delivery apps became everyday behavior. Then in 2008 came one of its smartest customer experience ideas, the pizza tracker. The tracker did something brilliant. It turned waiting time into visible progress. Before, customers waited and wondered, "Where is my pizza?" Now they could watch the order move step by step. Even when the wait was the same, the experience felt more controlled. Domino's did not just digitize ordering, it digitized reassurance. For any supply chain, this is a major lesson. Visibility can become part of the product itself. As smartphones became normal, Domino's understood the next shift. The closest store was no longer only the shop down the street. It was the app in the customer's pocket. Domino's pushed ordering into apps, voice assistants, smart devices, and connected platforms. The goal was simple: remove friction from the order. Because in delivery, every extra tap is a chance for the customer to quit. The best delivery system does not wait passively for demand. It captures demand at the exact moment hunger appears. This is where Domino's started looking less like a pizza chain, and more like a tech-enabled fulfillment platform. But digital ordering was only half the challenge. The harder part was moving food through the physical world. Food delivery is difficult because cities are unpredictable, addresses can be wrong, traffic can change, drivers can be delayed, customers may move. So Domino's added more delivery intelligence to the last mile. GPS tracking gave customers real-time visibility into the final stretch. Pinpoint delivery allowed customers to drop a pin and receive pizza, even where a traditional address may not work. A park, a beach, a sports field, a university lawn. The idea is powerful. Delivery does not always begin with an address anymore. It can begin with location data. Domino's was turning pizza delivery into a location-based logistics service. But no store can move fast if the supply chain behind it moves slowly. Cheese, dough, sauce, toppings, boxes, and equipment all have to arrive before the customer ever clicks order. Domino's model depends on consistency at massive scale. The customer expects a familiar experience whether ordering in New York, London, Singapore, or Sydney. That requires supplier coordination, store discipline, and repeatable operating standards. Too much inventory creates waste, especially in food. Too little inventory creates stockouts, menu gaps, and lost orders. So the delivery promise begins long before the driver picks up the pizza. It begins in forecasting, replenishment, store placement, and network design. Today, Domino's operating system is becoming more data-driven. Every order creates a data signal: what people order, when they order, where they order from, and how long each step takes. That data can improve staffing, prep timing, delivery estimates, inventory planning, and promotions. Domino's has continued improving its tracker with more precise timing estimates, using operating data and machine learning to predict readiness more accurately. This is the next phase of the delivery system, not just showing what happened, predicting what should happen next. In food delivery, that can be the difference between a smooth dinner rush and operational chaos. But there is a twist. Domino's is no longer only a delivery story. Carryout has become a major part of the growth strategy. Why? Because delivery creates cost. When consumers are price sensitive, pickup can feel faster, cheaper, and more controlled. So Domino's system now runs on two engines. Delivery wins when convenience matters most. Carryout wins when value and speed matter most. The strongest model is not delivery only, it is flexible fulfillment. That flexibility makes Domino's more resilient than a delivery-only platform. So how did Domino's become one of the world's great delivery systems? First, it built stores close to demand. Second, it standardized production inside each store. Third, it used franchising to scale density quickly. Fourth, it turned digital ordering into the main customer gateway. Fifth, it made tracking part of the customer experience. And finally, it kept improving the last mile with GPS, data, and location intelligence. Domino's did not win because pizza is complicated, it won because delivery is complicated, and Domino's made that complexity feel simple to the customer. That is the real magic inside the pizza box. The next time a pizza arrives at your door, do not just see dinner, see the hidden system behind the box. A local factory, a digital storefront, a delivery network, a data engine. That is how Domino's became a delivery machine. Subscribe for more stories about the hidden business systems behind everyday brands.